No single company has pushed 4K video like Panasonic. Its GH series has represented the best blend of sharp photos and pro-grade video in a single package. It's no wonder that video production houses the world over adopted the GH3 and GH4 in droves, and the new Panasonic Lumix GH5, MSRP $1,999 body only, is poised to become the new favorite camera of enthusiasts and pros alike. While its $2,000 price tag stings a bit, Panasonic's loaded the GH5 to the brim with state-of-the-art video capabilities, with firmware updates unlocking higher performance later this year. Its bigger, sturdier body adds sensor shift image stabilization, and an updated control layout feels like a dream. There's even a new 6K photo feature. This burst shooting function further blurs the line between video and stills by letting you pluck 18-megapixel stills from a 6K/30p video. The GH5 is a big winner when it comes to video, although it doesn't deliver class-leading still photo performance for the price. We have some issues with the GH5 that comes down to what its competition has to offer. Perhaps the biggest problem is the lack of face detection autofocus for better tracking. And even though Panasonic did a superb job rounding out features for video shooters, you'll have to pony up an extra hundo for the super flat Vlog color profile. On paper, at least, the GH5 looks a bit like the competing Olympus DEM1 Mark II. There's a 20-megapixel 4/3 sensor in there, with 5-axis and body stabilization, weather sealing, dual card slots, and a plethora of ports. But, once you dig into the video specs, it's clear the GH5 is far ahead of the Olympus, with stellar 4K/30p, as many 1080p shooting modes as anyone would want, and even 4K/60p internal. By the end of 2017, the GH5 will be the most fully featured video-centric mirrorless camera for under $2,000 thanks to firmware updates that will unlock even more shooting modes, assuming Panasonic doesn't charge for them. Sensor, 20.3 megapixel CMOS image sensor. Processor, Venus Engine 10. Burst speed, 9 fps with continuous f/a. Autofocus system, contrast detection with DFD, depth from defocus. Image stabilization, 5-axis OIS with 5-stop performance, CIPA. Video, 4K UHD at 30 fps 4:2:2 10-bit up to 150 mbps, 4K UHD at 60 fps 4:2:08 bit, internal, up to 4K/60p 4:2:2 10-bit, external over HDMI. Viewfinder, 3,680K OLED with 0.76x magnification. Battery, BLF 19PP battery rated at 410 shots, CIPA. Ports, USB-C 3.1 Gen 1, HDMI, mic, headphone, flash sync. Shutter, mechanical with electronic, 1/16, 000th max shutter speed electronic. Memory, dual SD card slots with one UHS-2 compatible slot. Price, $1,999, body only. Panasonic's cameras have been reliably well built for years, but the GH5 takes everything I love about Lumix cameras to another level entirely. Its build and design are what a flagship should be like in 2017. The previous GH3 was great for its time, but today it just looks outdated. The GH4 was mostly the same camera on the outside, and after 3 years of service, it needed an overhaul. This GH5 finally puts the entire design under the microscope, tweaking and adding useful touches that make for a massive improvement. The GH5 truly feels like a tool designed to last for years. Its rugged, weather-sealed body sports a curvy rear look with reworked controls. The grip's bigger, which helps when you have big lenses mounted. A rear control dial complements the standard one that's been on the top since the GH3. Joining the trusty ISO, WB, and exposure compensation buttons by the shutter and top control dial is a flat, distinctly shaped video record button, which I think underscores this camera's dedication to true hybrid shooting. Around the back, underneath the handy focus mode selector is a new f-point selection joystick. I don't mean to beat this point into the ground, but joysticks are very in this year, and Panasonic is clearly hoping enthusiasts see this as a mark of its professional legitimacy. It's the best way for me to keep my eye on the EVF and still move around where I want the camera to focus without skipping a beat.